All new tonight, it is well known, of course, that Maryland Governor Larry Hogan is popular, and every poll showed that a Republican could win in a largely blue state, and he did it by growing the African-American vote in a state where that wasn't expected by a Republican. For part two of DC News Now, an extensive sit-down interview with the outgoing governor, our political and government reporter, Leonard N. Fleming. Leonard Hogan never took the black vote for granted. Leonard, Hogan couldn't have been successful without it.
No, he truly could not have, and cajoling the African-American vote the way he did allowed Governor Hogan to make history for a Republican winning re-election in a state where Democrats are the majority.
I have people every day come up to me and say, you know, I'm a lifelong Democrat. They're black voters and say, you're the only one I've ever voted for, but I appreciate you. And they'll say, I don't even agree with you on everything, but I know that you're telling the truth when you say something.
As I sat down with the governor in his final full week in office, Hogan paid respect to African-American voters who have been key to his two victories, and both against black candidates who ran against him. In fact, he grew his black support from 14% when he first won office in 2014 to 28% in his re-election bid in 2018. As Hogan leaves office next week, it's a legacy the governor is proud of.
How did you win over these African-American voters? What was the sauce, the secret sauce for you?
Well, yeah, it's one of the things I'm actually proud of. Not that I beat those two fine gentlemen, but that black voters actually trusted me and thought that I cared about them and that I would work for them.
And those candidates were Anthony Brown, the state's new Attorney General, and Ben Jealous, the once president of the NAACP.
Maryland has the highest, we're a majority minority state, one of the only ones in the country, and we have the highest black population outside of the South.
Hogan says that the connection he forged with black voters by shooting straight was key to his success.
I ran against the national president of the NAACP for re-election when only one other Republican in history had ever been re-elected. And I won 30% of the black vote, which no Republican ever gets. And I think black voters particularly rewarded me for they don't like a lot of BS. And they were like, even though that guy's a Republican, I like the fact that he just answers the question.
The support among black voters and Hogan's willingness to reach across the aisle to tackle crime and education were endearing to black voters, and many who voted for Hogan never saw him as overly partisan. Tomorrow we will touch on the governor's emotional battle with cancer that nearly derailed his first term. Reporting from the studio, Leonard N. Fleming, DC News Now, back to you.